Breaking news, Gervonta Davis breaks his silence a day after the Lamont Roach fight, after he had time to reflect on it. Gervonta said, quote, "They took the fight from me and made it a draw because I did that bullshit knee. But I landed the most punches in the fight. He didn't even hit me with a punch when I took the knee. I get it though. I shouldn't have done that, but the hair grease was burning my eyes." End of the quote. First of all, they didn't take the fight from Tank. It's the contrary. They gave the fight to Gervonta. Gervonta didn't win this fight. He was given a draw because he really lost to Lamont Roach, with or without the knockdown. Gervonta even got buckled outside of the knockdown. And it was Lamont Roach who was landing the better shots. Second of all, fighters do not have the luxury in the sport of boxing to take time out when they are hurt or tired, or even if they have grease in their eyes. You can't just take a timeout, because if that's the case when fighters are hurt or if they tired, they can just take time out to complain about something. You can't do that. This is not basketball. This is not any other sport. This is boxing. It's the fighting game. And the rules say if you're going to take a knee to take some time out because your hand hurt like Floyd did with Hernandez, then it's a knockdown. If something went in your eyes, then you got to fight it out like Muhammad Ali did against Sonny Liston. That's what you got to do. But Gervonta said the reason why he went on his knee is because he couldn't see and it was burning his eye, so he didn't want to get caught with something else and get hurt. Well, guess what? If you need some time out during the round while you're fighting, that's a knockdown. This is not the first time nor the last time a fighter took a knee to buy some time to recover from something. Dubois just did his previous fight before he fought Anthony Joshua. He went on his knee to buy some time. Guess what? That's a knockdown, and it was counted as such. However, for Gervonta's case, they took the fight away from Lamont Roach, not him, because they didn't count that knockdown. So they did Gervonta a huge favor. They gave him a draw instead of a loss. Tank was supposed to be given a loss last night. Third of all, Gervonta did not land more punches than Lamont Roach. Factually speaking and statistically speaking, Lamont Roach landed more punches. He landed more combinations. He landed more jabs. He landed more power shots. And he threw more punches. So I don't know what Gervonta is talking about. People lie, women lie, men lie. However, numbers don't lie. And numbers say Lamont Roach was the one who landed more punches. And he also the one who knocked down Tank. And he also the one who stumbled Tank. And he also the one who was landing the cleaner shots. Lamont Roach, again, he dropped Tank and stumbled him. He was the only one that was consistently landing combos. The fight was close. The fight was competitive. The fight was entertaining. However, it was Lamont Roach who was controlling the fight, and it was Lamont Roach who was winning the fight. So instead of Gervonta being ungrateful by complaining and making excuses to why he was given a draw instead of a loss, what he needs to do is give Lamont Roach a rematch immediately next. Cut his hair so we don't hear no more excuses. If you took a knee because grease went into your eye, then guess what? That's your mistake. That's your fault. That's a knockdown. But let's be real. Before Gervonta went on his knees, he actually got caught with a couple punches. He got caught with a jab coming in. He got caught with the right hand. And before that, he was getting pieced up with combinations. So if Tank got buzzed or if Tank couldn't see and he had to take a knee to buy some time, that's a knockdown. And that's a fact. That is not up for debate. Tank did a similar thing when he fought Hector Garcia. He bought some time in the middle of the fight. Yeah, there was a fight in the crowd, but you don't get to make the call. The referee get to make the call, not you. Because Hector Garcia, after I rewatched the fight, he actually got into his rhythm and he was landing really nice shots. He landed a good shot on Tank. And after that, that's when Gervonta backed away to look at the crowd. You don't get to make that type of call. The referee does. And the referee that didn't count the knockdown after he started counting against Lamont Roach, he needs to be investigated and he should be fired because he robbed Lamont Roach of a lifetime achievement. This was one of the biggest upsets in the world. So for Gervonta to go from a cherry pick gone wrong against a 16-1 underdog to avoiding the rematch, talking about I don't want the rematch this year, as the A-side, as the shot caller, talk about going from bad to worse. The only way Gervonta can justify not fighting Lamont Roach next is if he fights Keyshawn or Shakur next. Other than that, we're not trying to hear it. That's just an excuse, and Lamont Roach is the champion. Like Kendrick said, you can't fake influence. You can't tell us what we saw with our own eyes. Lamont Roach won with the knockdown or without the knockdown because he landed more punches and he controlled the fight, where he actually managed to hurt Gervonta more than Gervonta managed to hurt him. He buckled Gervonta and he even dropped Gervonta. So let's see what Gervonta decides to do. With that being said, go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below. And to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Just can you confirm, did you get your hair done 2 days before the fight?
Yeah. I ran water over it today, but I must say do it enough.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel out of, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on?
I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning. And you know, like, you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than, you know. But I didn't really know that you can, like, get disqualified for all that. Or, like, when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know.
Hank, how much does it hurt to have the draw on your record now? And do you think it's going to stand as some sort of like renewed motivation for you, like the guys were saying, as you proceed through these next couple fights?
Yeah, it just put, food to the fire and things like that, fuel to the fire. But it's cool. It's cool. The draw is okay. It's all right. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me too. That was on me for sure. Because I didn't pick it up when I was supposed to pick it up. And I could have definitely did more. Definitely did more.
Tank, it's KG with Fight Hype. I wanted to ask Tank, when the decision was read, the way that you reacted, it looked like you was upset. You slammed your gloves on the canvas. What was going through your mind when you heard the decision?
I didn't slam my glove on the canvas.
Okay, maybe I mistook from my vantage point, so that's my mistake. But what was going through your mind when you heard the decision?
Nobody like a draw, from a guy that did knockouts and things like that. But it's cool. I feel like if we fight again, I could do more, and I should have did more. I was lost in I lost track in the rounds. That's why we need
Ring card girls.
Yeah, man.
I
didn't know what round it was. Facts.
Just talking about that.
Just wanted to ask earlier, you said, hopefully you can get the rematch with Lamont next, but everybody looks at you as the face of boxing and as somebody who calls the shots. Do you want that rematch next? And if so, how likely it is that we're to see that fight happen again this year?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure. But hopefully we can get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
Oh, well, what is?
You might see it in a minute. Didn't get what the decision I want, but we didn't get a loss either, so. I felt like I won it, you know, the last couple rounds. So it's cool. Lamont is a great fighter. Hopefully I can get that rematch because I know what I can do in a fight. But it's cool.
Right here.
How you doing, Gervonta? This is Matt from Bunch Boxing. I wanted to ask you, earlier in the year you spoke about retiring after 2025. How does a result that maybe you weren't expecting or a result that you didn't think you deserved maybe change the course of your plans for your future?
Yeah, it definitely changed my plans. It definitely changed my plans. I probably got like 4 more fights now.
Okay, all right. Okay, good. Okay. We're happy.
He caught me with a good shot, but it was times that I sat in there with him and I'm like, damn, this guy like super slow. Well, not super slow, but he's slow, and I could have took advantage of the moments. But I think I was boxing too much in the beginning, and when I felt like he was slow, it was just relate down the line type of thing. But I should have pressed the issue, you know.